I think the challenge, at least towards me, was kind of out of line. Yes, but hey, that's Chris Angel for you. You know, unpredictable. I love him. You know, this again, when things of this nature happen, yeah, these are priceless moments. You can't create moments like this. And at the end of the day, I created this format in Israel, in tiny Israel, and it became a big hit. So if anything of this nature happens and you enjoy it and you are mind blown, this is great for the show. I'm honest about it and open. It is fantastic television. Obviously, Chris Angel planned this because why would he have the envelope in his pocket? But, you know, he's entitled for his opinions and thoughts. I thought that Jim had that flair of honesty about him. Now, I'm a huge believer in life after death. Come on. We all have a spirit and energy in us. Chris Angel can't tell me that there is no soul and that when we die, we don't go to the other side. You cannot prove it and you cannot disprove it. It's a thing of belief in you, in your heart, in your mind. If you're a spiritual person, I would say that you are a believer. Jim demonstrated something that is unexplainable to some. You know, maybe, I don't know, he uses devices, but at the end of the day, who are you or anyone to tell me that he's not being guided by this Raymond? Maybe this is how Raymond on the other side wants it to happen. So there are certain things that are unexplainable in the universe and mysterious. But let me tell you something important. Put aside the mumbo jumbo. 1925, a man with curly hair writes an equation, E equals mc squared. Of course, it was Albert Einstein. And you know, we still don't understand what he said in that equation. You know, if I bang this, it looks to me solid. It feels solid, but it's not. Albert Einstein proved that everything in the universe is energy. We live in an ocean of motion. Everything vibrates. There's a frequency to everything. And he also proved that energy cannot be destroyed. Therefore, if you die, you have to agree that there is some sort of an energy in us. Where does that go? I believe it goes to the other side.
Well, look, I'm not here to rip him, you know, for the sake of ripping him. I just have a real big problem with people that go out there and claim to have some ability that's beyond trickery. I've done 900 demonstrations and I've never claimed to have supernatural or psychic ability. I've been hired by the producers of the show to give my honest assessment based on my knowledge in the arts. And when I see somebody using trickery, you know, things that I did when I was 14 years old, and then trying to pass it off as, you know, some psychic ability, or he's a medium, or he's talking to the dead, you know, it's a bunch of bull. And I'm not going to stand for that. And I asked him a very, very simple question. You know what? If you're claiming to have this ability, and Uri, if you're claiming to have this ability, you know, here is 2 envelopes that are in my hand. Tell me specific details of what's in the envelopes, and forget about the $250,000. I'll give you $1 million of my own cash if you can do that. And you know what? If you can also do that, why don't you tell us where Bin Laden is? Why don't you tell us about 9/11 on 9/10? If you're an American citizen, that would be treason. It's all a bunch of claims that are taking advantage. A lot of people out there go to people to know about their travesty of losing a loved one, and they go to people to supposedly connect to their past loved one, and what these people are doing is just taking their money and doing nothing more than cold reading and just doing things that I've done, like I said, since I was a kid. So for entertainment purposes, I have no problems. I do it on my show each and every week on Mind Freak. But when you cross that line, and he's crossed that line not only tonight, but more specifically, from my understanding, in chat rooms and stuff, he claims to be able to talk to the dead through this gentleman, Raymond. And, you know, I guess he wants to do what he has to do to try to stand out, because he can't stand out in his own merit with his art. Ori told me that, he told me that he's a magician, that he's not going to make any claims. As a matter of fact, Johnny Carson bust him. What I'm doing is not new. Johnny Carson did it. The Amazing Randy has been doing it. And no one has been able to, in test conditions, do anything that can't be explained or reproduced. So Ori, I was kind of taken back by his take of this. And if he's going to take that stance, then we're going to have to expose him as well. I don't think the public is going to vote that one gentleman out, because I think they want to see that pursued. So if that was his strategy, I think it probably will work for him, interestingly enough. To me, it doesn't make a difference. I just want the best entertainer, the best mentalist, the one who connects with you guys to win the $250,000. That's all that I want. And I just want the art of mentalism to be raised, and awareness, and as an art that's like anything else. Music, cinema, the same thing. Because it's a beautiful art. It's an art that fascinates, bewilders, and brings out the child in all of us when we watch it. When it's done well. It makes the impossible look possible.
Mr. Angel, I believe, is an ideological bigot. He claims there's no supernatural, there's no paranormal. I see him walking on water, and it's his way of disproving that Jesus Christ was real. I think every Christian in the United States should be outraged with him. That's my personal opinion. I will stand up for people's belief. This is America, and nobody should stand for what he's doing. First of all, this is a competition. I walked out there. He should judge me on my competition. He's not there to challenge me. So he got the challenge. He has to put a bunch of people between me and him to feel safe. He was practicing that. He had notes jammed up underneath his backside because he needs 5 guys to write for him. I dare the guy to debate me live on television. I don't think he can put more than 3 words together in a sentence and hold a reasonable debate. That's my opinion. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of skeptics thinking they can push on people's ideological beliefs, they can attack religion, and I'm the guy that pushes back. It feels like your heart's being taken and jammed up through your heart into your brain. And to have a guy that fakes and uses camera tricks and uses stooges trying to crucify me on live television, did he do that to any of the other people? No, he tries to expose people. He brings himself up constantly. He's not secure enough in himself to give a compliment without bringing himself into it. He hides behind any psychologist looks at the guy and realizes he's hiding. He has the chains, he has all the clothes. He's a middle-aged man dressing as a goth boy. I don't like having what I believe to be real. Question. I believe Yuri is a kind person, and he has his belief system. I don't know if I necessarily believe, prescribe to his either, but at least he did what he was supposed to do. He was hired to do a job. He gave his opinion. He did not attack me. Angels clearly broke the format of the show. Is it his place to come? Really, I don't know if it's in his contract that he can take over the show and try to ruin somebody's career, but I will definitely do everything I can to ruin his. America should decide. That's how it should be. They decide whether they believe or they don't believe, and I don't care if they believe. I presented entertainment out there, and I was attacked for it. Whether you agree with the type of entertainment I present, you decide whether you want to see it again. People had a good time until he started up, Okay? I got enough, thank you.